I know? I need a higher definition than what it seems. There's gotta be more. Gotta be more.
Come on and take me higher, yeah. There's gotta be more. There's gotta be more. I wanna know beyond all the rules and even past the school. I wanna know more, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I need a higher definition. I've been searching for more. When will I find it? When will I see it? What will I do? When will I know? I need a higher definition than what it seems. There's gotta be more. Gotta be more.
Come on and take me higher, yeah. There's gotta be more. There's gotta be more. I wanna know beyond all the rules and even past the school. I wanna know more, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I need a higher definition.
Good evening. Welcome to Higher Definition Radio, where our goal is to take you higher. I want to say happy holidays, season's greetings, Merry Christmas, whatever fits the mode and mood you're in on this Sunday before Christmas. I am excited to be here, excited to still be on this side. So I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone, and thank you for watching and joining us. As we are actually getting down to the end of our year. Hard to believe this year seems it has moved very fast with a lot of moving parts and a lot of death and destruction also in this year, with a lot of people not being here anymore. Mr. Davis, how are you, sir?
Doing all right. Happy to be back on. Looking forward to a great show. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, everybody. Just thanking God for another day and another opportunity to get it right. So let's get it.
And Marlon, you're in the business world like I am, and I try to explain to some of the holy rollers, like happy holidays is okay. Like people, oh, you took Merry Christmas. I'm like, well, I got people who are all kinds of faiths that work for me. I can't just be talking about Merry Christmas and there's other holidays in the same season. Do you feel the same way?
Yes, sir. You find yourself in the gray area, HR, all kind of stuff. I've known people to, get upset over someone sneezing and saying God bless you. So you have to be really careful, man. But yeah, I definitely understand exactly what you mean.
Mm-mm. Tia, how are you, ma'am? And how have you been doing?
Been doing great. Been off work since Tuesday.
Nice.
Go back till January. Gotta say, I'm living the life up here right now.
Yeah, it is.
So doing pretty good.
You finish your Christmas shopping, Tia?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Really care too much about going out getting all in the mist. The kids, I mean, I'll go out with them because they just want to drag me out, right? But I'm all about the online shopping.
Okay.
Mhm. And I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday to your husband Chris, who celebrates who celebrates his birthday on Christmas Day. Man, you can't compete with Jesus. I tell him that all the time.
Here
There's
we
no
go.
way you can't compete with Jesus, man. If your birthday on Christmas, man, you might as well adopt a new day. You might as well tell people your birthday on the 26th or something. So,
You can
Mer-
adopt another day. His name is Christopher because he was born on Christmas. And yes, I guess this is an ongoing thing. So my husband's birthday is on Christmas, and so we make jokes all the time. I mean, what you think you better than Jesus? It's Jesus' birthday. What you doing? What you think you talking about? We make jokes like that all the time, and he's really good about the jokes and everything. He knows that it's Jesus's birthday, but he want his gift too.
nah, man, he might want to try to figure out Jesus' real birthday and adopt his to like July, or they say it was the fall, because he can't compete with Jesus. I'm just saying, it's not possible to have a birthday on the 20th. Like, you would come out better having a birthday on New Year's Day or 4th of July, but you got a birthday on
No,
Christmas Day.
well, I'm
Guess
pretty
Tia
sure
can
his
knock it
mom
all his
got
gifts out in
that.
one day, so you can just combine
No,
everything, right?
mom was in labor for I think over 20 something hours and had a 12-pound baby.
She should have held on a little while longer. Like, she should have held on one more day. Like, Oh man, Pastor Chris Cunningham, I'm not gonna let you get away with. I've watched your name change on that bottom about 3 times. I don't know what you got going on, Pastor Chris Cunningham, but how are you, sir?
I'm trying to stay
I'm doing great.
consistent.
I'm doing great. I just wanted to make sure I was in line and order. Nobody else had a prefix on their name, so I took mine off.
Oh boy, that's what we're going with. I would make another joke, but
You didn't put Deacon Lamont up there,
nah,
and
man.
I done gave Tia Dr. Tia Hart. I started that last week. Dr. Tia. She didn't put Dr. Tia Hart, and Marlon didn't put Reverend Marlon Davis. So I took out the pastor. We just gonna be who God called us to be tonight.
I'm actually a bishop, sir. So
Okay,
All
Bishop.
right now. All right.
Oh man, we're getting this party started well tonight. Speaking of bishops, let's get a quick preview of the Bishop Honorable Dr. Marlon Davis.
The Lord has put shoes on our feet and purpose in our steps. Can I get an amen? Amen. But every blessing needs a little upkeep. That's why this house, White Shoe Baptist, keeps the lights on and the soul strong through the shoe time.
There we go. Listen, look at the bishop. Look at Bishop Marlon Davis out here stunting for the people.
yeah, we started White Shoe Baptist officially last night, Tia, about 10:45 Lamont at night.
Yes, we got the White Shoe Baptist going. Shout out to Pastor C.T. Kirk. I know he was doing tour giveaways today, drives, and being very active within the community. Shout out to you, Pastor Kurt. Shout out to you for the release of your book. I'm not going to tell everybody, Pastor Kurt, I've been trying to call you to get you to talk about your book on higher definition. I don't know if you don't like us or whatever it is, but I'm not going to say that to all these people. But Pastor Kurt, it is an open invite for you to talk about your book on higher definition, your books. I think this is number 5, but congratulations to you, sir,
Yes, man.
for the life you live and what you're trying to do. So, oh man, look at this comment here. Marlon's smiling like he got the tomorrow's lottery numbers.
I wish, sir.
Well, let me ask Pastor, before we get into real business, Pastor Cunningham, if someone in your church wins the lottery, is that do they supposed to give 10% of that to the church, or are you okay with taking that money? I'm just asking a general question, sir.
I don't believe we will refuse it at all.
There
Amen.
you go. Keep it real.
Bring it in. Amen.
Oh boy,
We'll pray over it and bless it. I didn't consecrate it. I'll pour some oil on it.
You
Keeping it real. I love it.
Oh boy, I just had to ask. Shout out to everyone watching and joining us. This is an annual show we do, almost like our Thanksgiving show. We talk about what we're thankful for at Thanksgiving. On this show, we want to talk about Healthy memories from the holidays. I think it was Dr. Houston last year talking about her big wheel got ran over by her cousin and he never
Yeah.
replaced the big wheel. That sounds like that scarred her for
Yeah.
her life, that she never got her big wheel. She had to figure out if the cousin had passed away, and I can't believe he ran over my new big wheel. So Dr. Houston, shout out to you. I hope you got your big wheel replaced over this last year. Marlon, when we talk about the Christmas season, give us a good memory you have from the Christmas season.
Of course, I was, brought up by my grandparents, man. So good memories, really, honestly, man, was the fellowship. Of course, being, when I believed in Santa Claus, being excited the night prior to having to go to bed early, couldn't hardly sleep, right? But I just remember family coming over, man, and just being up half the night, you know what I'm saying? And, you just kind of caught up in the camaraderie, just the fellowship, man. And it was so awesome. My grandfather and them would sit around the table and stuff like that. And I do have a funny story, and I may have told this before of mine. It may not be funny to y'all, but the way I found out it wasn't Santa Claus. Did I tell you that story? The way I found out that Santa Claus didn't exist, I was supposed to be sleeping in my room, and I heard my grandma and granddad arguing outside the door. So I didn't know what was going on. It wasn't no crazy argument or whatever. So I peeked outside the door, and I saw them bringing my toys in through the front door, arguing with each other, putting stuff under the tree. I was crushed. I just went back to sleep. and ever since then, Christmas was never the same, brother. But fond memories, man, is just, just family fellowship, man. Even my grandma putting out you remember them peanuts and Hershey Kisses and oranges and stuff like that. Just putting those things out. You just know it was the time of the year. And then the last thing was that J.C. Penney book, boy. I don't know if I'm probably aging myself here, but that J.C. Penney book came in the mail and you start circling everything, knowing you weren't going to get all of that stuff. But me and my Aunt Shannon used to go through that book, man, and circle everything. So this one, Racetracks, was popular. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I wanted a racetrack that glowed in the dark. So, but yeah, but those are just a few.
Tia, good, healthy Christmas memory or memories.
I can remember one Christmas. I want to say it was our 5th grade. No, it was 4th grade because it was right before my cousin Jackie, before she moved. But we were neighbors living beside each other. She lived with her grandma and I lived with mine. And we both got burgundy, Schwinn bikes with the rack on the back for somebody to ride. We both got identical bikes. And I remember we made up these stories that Santa had said we were good and all this stuff. And our parents was looking at us like, no letters. They know they ain't got no letters from Santa Claus. But we would go to the top of the hill on the road that we lived on, and we would race to the end of the road on our bikes. And our cousins had big wheels and we had bikes, and we would always have these races. And then my grandma always made chocolate cake, the best yellow cake and homemade chocolate icing you will ever eat in your life. Like, that's the best thing I could ever remember eating and getting those bikes.
Man, ain't nothing like a homemade cake. And funny thing is, I think that's the only flavor black folks knew was chocolate. Like, that was the only flavor.
Oh, German chocolate.
Chocolate, sir.
It didn't cost a lot of money. Cocoa powder, and you knew how to mix that up the right way. That was great.
Pastor Cunningham, a great holiday Christmas memory, sir.
So I have a big family, and my wife has a big family. So probably over 40 years ago, one of my aunts, the house that we grew up in, because I grew up off of Airwood Road. We moved there when I was about 7, but we originally lived in Clinton Park. Clinton Park, which is like exit number 7. And so my aunt, she started this tradition where the family would get together Christmas Eve, about 10 o'clock at night. And we have breakfast, because so many of her sisters and my uncles and aunts, they would go and visit their in-laws on Christmas. So we all get together Christmas Eve, have breakfast. We've been doing this over 40 years.
Wow.
And so this year, I am hosting this long tradition in the family at my house. So that type of memory, knowing that it can continue all of these years and still have impact. So I'm hosting my family Christmas Eve, and then we're hosting my wife's family Christmas Day. So
Oh,
we
wow.
have a busy 2 day. So those are healthy memories because it allows us to come together as family, and it's not somebody's death.
Man. And shout out to Christmas falling on a Thursday. When Christmas falls on the Monday, it's terrible because most people got to go back to work on that Tuesday. But when it's on a Thursday, most companies giving off on that Friday. So shout out to Jesus Christ's birthday and Santa Claus all in the same breath. That's keeping people really working half day or no day on Wednesday, off Thursday and off Friday. Man, won't God do it? Won't God do it?
Mhm.
Pastor Chris, let me ask you a question because as you can see, I laugh and joke about a lot of stuff. Is it okay for us to laugh and joke as Christians? Because I think some people don't think it's okay at times, especially talking about this very subject of Christmas.
I don't know how people live without laughing. Like, I don't know how they survive. I don't want to be around that energy. If you can't laugh, if you can't crack at a joke, then please don't find your way around me. I think, laughter is medicine for the soul. And so when we stop laughing and being able to have fun with one another, we might as well go dig our own grave and, just kind of cover ourselves up. It's okay to laugh. People need to smile.
Most definitely.
Marlon, am I off base? Like, especially what I say, us Christian folks, man, you start talking about Christmas and you gonna get that retort. That ain't Jesus' birthday. You gonna get that quick. Like, whoa, calm down. We can't celebrate Jesus on whatever day we want to celebrate Jesus. Do you find that more like aggravating now? Because some people are trying to hip you the game, but I find it a little bit more aggravating that this is what we're doing now.
Yeah, I mean, of course it can be more commercialized, right? But we're grown adults. I mean, you make it what you want to make it. It's like for me, I'm not judging anybody how they choose to celebrate, what they choose to do with it, right? As long as they're happy, they're satisfied with it. If you have small children and things like that, even with the Santa Claus thing, if you want them to believe, let them believe. If you don't believe in that, you don't want to give a white man credit for jumping down your chimney, don't give him credit. You know what I mean? But for me, it's about you and your household and what you all decide to do. And I respect that because, I'm not in your household. I'm not paying your bills. So whatever y'all decide to do to make y'all happy for Christmas and however y'all decide to celebrate it, hey, whoop-de-doo. Like they say on the internet, whoop-de-doo.
Tia, do you think we ain't got a little too, I know the term is woke that some people will use, but a little too prophetic about celebrating Christmas on the 25th?
I do. I think we've taken it to a whole nother level, like politics now. If you bring it up, and I think Al just posted it. No, the 25th is not his birthday. However, this is what we do in this country. This is what some of us do. And I'm like, Marlon, you do you, boo. With it, you do what suits you and your house, and it's not just Christmas month. I feel like that about most things. I feel that way about 4th of July up until there was so many people being woke about Juneteenth. It was 4th of July, right? Everybody gets dressed up. Now, no, you don't see a lot of African Americans wanting to celebrate the 4th of July. Now it's Juneteenth. And so I feel like that, along with Easter and any other holidays, it's what you choose for your house, and that's what you do. Whatever floats your boat.
I forgot about Easter. People don't seem to question Easter, even though it falls on a different day every single year. And most people can't even tell you why it falls on a different day every single year. I always find that fascinating, but people gonna tell you that Jesus was born on the 25th. I need to have the same intellectual conversation about Easter, ma'am and sir, because we be doing a lot on this thing.
We don't do shows on that though. We do shows on Christmas.
Yeah, that's a good point. We need to start pulling out the Easter eggs and talking about that. That might be the idea for this year. Pastor Chris, your favorite food for Christmas?
Fried fish and fried chicken.
Mm.
I am not a fan of turkey. I'll eat turkey, but I don't have to do the turkey and the gravy and the dressing and the macaroni and cheese for Thanksgiving or Christmas. I'd rather do something else. So Wednesday night, I got fried fish with some grits on my menu.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Pastor Chris, you look a little fancy. You might be adding milk to your grits, or y'all might be having sugar over there at the house on them grits. You ain't doing sugar, are you?
They better not put no sugar on my grits.
Marlon, favorite Christmas food?
I'm kind of like I don't really like a lot of traditional stuff either with the turkey and stuff like that. Now I do like a good dressing. I think we talked about that on another show, right? That is my favorite dish. Like, but everybody can't make it. You know what I mean? So depends on who makes it. And I told them this the last show we had, like stovetop stuff, and it's not dressing. So don't even bring that out. You feel me? But yeah, good dressing, man. And I've never been a turkey fan. Matter of fact, never got the turkey I was promised. I think it was 3 years ago by somebody on the show.
Marlon.
But I do like dressing. Dressing is my thing.
Marlon Davis, let me throw out the invite again while y'all going to houses. If you want a turkey, sir, on Christmas Day, I'll get you the turkey. Since y'all making all these stops at people's houses, I made the same plea on Thanksgiving. Man, I'm gonna be on the boat. I'm gonna be on the water. It sounds like a whole bunch of stuff going on, but getting this turkey. Tia, favorite Christmas food?
I'm kind of like Pastor Chris. I don't really have one, to be honest. If we don't do anything like special dinner or anything on Christmas, because like I said, it's Chris's birthday. He and I would usually take, we'll go out. So we typically do steakhouse on Christmas Day. The Del Frisco's or the Morton's, like those are places that we'll go on Christmas Day. We want a nice steak or, something like that. We don't do anything special. But like Pastor Chris was saying, we get together at my mom's house, at my parents' house for Christmas Eve, and we do fish. And so we have fried fish and we have shrimp, and hush puppies, and we got, salad, and sometimes for the kids, we've got like spaghetti casserole and garlic bread, things like that. We got stuff like that, and desserts.
So Tia, did you have a different routine prior to marrying Chris?
That's what it sounds like. Life went down.
Chris come in and say, "Hey, we're doing steak. Here's what it is."
Well, prior to marrying Chris, it was just Christmas. So on Christmas Day, it was, you found something to do. You found somebody's house to go to if my mom wasn't doing anything. Before we were doing Christmas Eve, we did do Christmas Day. But it became too much because we would get to my mom's house on Christmas Day, and then my mom and dad had places and people that they wanted to go see, and they wanted to do so many things. Like in the midst of what we were doing, they had places they had to go and people they had to drop in on Christmas. It just becomes too much. So we switched over to Christmas Eve. But yeah, you'd go to somebody's house. For 13 years that I was married to my ex-husband, I mean, we go to his, I go to my in-laws' house for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And they do the whole big meal, Thanksgiving and Christmas, with the dressing, the mac and cheese. So it's the full It's the
Yams.
full thing twice, and so you get kind of that food gets tiresome.
Yeah, it can get old. But that Fred with that sausage biscuits and coffee, that's
Man,
something new. That's a
I
little
was gonna
different.
listen, man. Minister Thompson, you might want to keep that to yourself, sir.
Yeah, I
Don't
would've-
don't share
would've
that
put
with
on.
nobody besides
Don't-
them people in your hometown.
Don't knock him. Don't knock my minister,
That-
please.
I'm not opposed. I love the breakfast idea that Pastor Chris has. I love that breakfast idea.
Because my
We do.
family, we're gonna be in bereavement this year because one tradition in our family, and y'all not gonna agree with me. One tradition in our family for breakfast is liver mush,
I like some liver mush.
and you can't find it in the stores right now.
Yep.
I haven't had
Man,
liver
I ain't
mush.
looked for liver mush in a while.
Nah,
I used to
then-
love liver mush and grits. You can't find liver mush no more?
No,
Okay.
liver.
So there's
What's going on?
something's going on with Nisi's sausage. Some of the, I think USDA has kind of paused their making because some inspections or something has not been approved. So it's not supposed to be back in production until next year.
Let's
Oh, man.
look at the devil. But only thing missing from Minister Fred's sausage and coffee, I sure was a whole bunch of cigarette smoking going on too. Can you see me with a sausage biscuit and coffee and a cigarette in their hand? Shout out to you.
So anybody doing so, Pastor Chris? You guys doing breakfast? Have you done corned beef hash before? I love corned beef hash.
I always thought corned beef hash looked like Alpo.
No, we haven't. We have not done the corned beef hash.
Oh,
Yeah, that don't seem very southern.
corned beef and a homemade biscuit.
That sound bougie, Tia.
No, my grandma used to make that.
Corned beef hash.
Yes,
Cup of tea, Governor.
corned beef hash. You make a homemade biscuit and you have a whole cake on the side. Yeah,
Oh,
and some
wow.
caramel syrup. Yeah.
Shout out to the people that's watching and joining us, talking about foods and great memories. Great. I can imagine everyone who's watching and listening and participating in the show, their mood changes talking about those joys of Christmas and the memories that people have surrounding those. Marlon,
Watch
favorite Christmas song, sir?
I said, watch about it.
it. Favorite Christmas song, man. I'd have to say, typically when my wife and I decorating the tree, we play Chris Brown, These Hoes Ain't Loyal. I'm just playing. I know y'all ain't see that coming.
No,
But,
no, sir.
You're like, oh yes, feeling like this. But I would say, man, a longtime favorite for ever, man, is what always puts me in this Christmas spirit is Boys to Men, Let It Snow. I don't know what it is about that song, but every time it come on, it used to be Silent Night, Temptations then, but Let It Snow kind of took over, man. Of course, they can sing, they awesome, but it's just something about the feel of that song, man. It's like, wow. Now, I'm not a fan of Brian McKnight anymore because he just lost his mind, but I still love that song.
My mom.
Yeah, it is. I knew Silent Night.
That's it.
In my mind.
In my mind.
When they play that on the radio, you know that it is really Christmas.
Christmas.
Yes. When you hear
And-
that, you know it's Christmas season.
For the
they be
folks.
blowing up Mariah Carey too much for me, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
damn.
Tia, favorite song.
It's Silent Night. You just
Yeah.
know when you hear that right after Thanksgiving, okay, it's Christmas.
In
Like
my
that.
mind.
Cute to put that Christmas all this stuff up. But I haven't had my trees up since November the 1st. So
November 1st?
yeah, right after
Halloween.
Halloween, I
Wow,
had
you
this.
don't play.
Oh no, I had Chris pulling stuff out left and right around here. I had my fireplace decorated. That first week, that tree was up.
I would
Uh-oh.
think Lamont probably started in October the way he be acting about Christmas.
Man, December
Probably July
26th.
if he could.
December 26th, I'll be talking about Christmas for 2026. Pastor Chris, your favorite ain't like Hark the Angel, is it? I know you got to say something real pastoral. So, what is your favorite Christmas song, sir?
Man, I tell you, I wish I could say something pastoral.
He ain't finna say James Brown, Santa Claus coming
Man.
straight to the ghetto.
But you know, I grew up in the gospel. I grew up in the gospel community, right? So, you know, I sung with John Key for years.
Oh, cool.
So I started singing with him when I was like 12 years old and traveling. So, you know, some of his gospel greats when it came, he got a Christmas album out there. Donald Lawrence, Kirk Franklin. But if I had to go on the secular side, I would say Chris Brown this Christmas.
Come on now. Hey,
Oh
Pastor
yeah, that
Chris.
This Christmas is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
He killed it.
Pastor Chris, you
Yes.
gonna lose some church members talking like that, sir. They need.
I thought he was about when he said Chris Brown. I thought he was about to go with my select. I was like, okay, I see you.
Lamont, I promise you. Now, I may not gain any church members from this comment, but I promise you, mine ain't going nowhere because I said Chris Brown.
Ah,
Yeah.
boy, look at us. Want to thank everyone so far for watching and listening and joining. Please put your favorite song, your favorite food in. Man, it's a special time of year, and we can never lose sight of how special this holiday season is. Because some people that you thought would be here to roll around to this Christmas are no longer with us. And I think we do a disservice to people into our own lives by not celebrating. And I know it's a whole nother thought about don't celebrate your birthday, don't celebrate pagan days. But man, I feel quick story. So yesterday we were feeding and we started talking about people. And I was going through my phone to find a number, but I came across about 4 people who are no longer with us that are my age.
Wow.
But their contacts are still in my phone. So, man, I just think life is so precious. We got to make the most out of it as we go. And we can't get so hung up on all the things that's wrong with this world that we don't celebrate what's right. And what's right is December 25th around the world. That is not just China is one of the biggest celebrators of Christmas. And they are not Christians, but they celebrate that day and it brings family together. It brings people together. How about let's doing that, celebrating that, bringing people together? Or Pastor Chris, do I need to take a different view from a pastoral point when we talking about celebrating just on that day? Let's all come together.
Well, I mean, when you even in taking a more spiritual view, God was about community. You know, so when we think of God and who he is, he was about bringing people together, not isolating people, not putting people in certain categories or anything like that. And so this season, as we've all shared, it brings families together. It brings loved ones together. It brings communities together so that we can share in the celebration. Though everyone may not celebrate Christ, it does celebrate community. And so I don't think that we are far off. Yeah, we all know that Christ was not born on the 25th. We're grown enough to know that. But if we don't celebrate it any other time, I think we need to at least have some day or days that we celebrate the birth of Christ and the community that he brings together. I don't think that you're far off from that.
Marlon, what are your thoughts? Like this day around the world brings people together. You're going to see things in Bethlehem. You're going to see things around the world where people are celebrating. And I'm not trying to convince everybody to do that date, but what is the date then? If we can't say this one day, at least the world slows down, companies are closed, that we need to celebrate. I mean, what are your thoughts around that?
I mean, for me, man, like I say, we can get, theological and, talk about dates and things like that. But anytime that you have a holiday that brings people together, particularly families, man, where I think Mr. Cunningham was talking about it earlier. As far as you not coming together because somebody passed away, right? Um, it's beneficial. I could care less what the accurate or historic date should be, but if it's for the betterment and you're truly, celebrating it for the right reasons again, and you are having that fellowship with your family. And I'll say this, me and my wife talked about this. It's like, even a prior year, even Thanksgiving. We had that 2 years in a row. We had two people that was with us for Thanksgiving that wasn't there the following year, right? We fellowship every year. And of course, Christmas as well. And, people grieve how they grieve. But for me, it's so important that if it's any event that's going to bring the family together, to have them fellowship, to be able to comfort one another, because we don't know the day nor the hour, right? So I think I love the purpose of the season. And I will say this too, if anybody that's watching, the purpose is not for you to go broke and trying to impress people and buying everybody gifts and making, trying to look like Big Willie. No, you do what you can do, live within your means. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. But to me, the bigger thing for me is about that family time, man, because I just do not take life for granted. And my wife is really big on fellowship and bringing, our family together, because honestly, those memories are way more priceless than those gifts.
No, you bring up a good point, and I have to check myself. Like, I know January and February I have heavy travel work months, and I've already started speaking that. And I'm like, man, I got to get to Christmas first. I got to get to the small things to be in that moment without thinking about, all right, 2 weeks from now I'm gonna be on a plane and I'm gonna be on another. Like, Tia, so when we think about the 25th. Jesus' birthday, not Chris's birthday. How do we compartmentalize those things? Because you are different. Your husband's birthday is on the same day. So how do you make that special, and also family to make that just as special?
Well, since we've been married, it's always been yes, it's Christmas. It's Christmas with the kids. We get up. It's important, and because I've always done this with my kids, it's important to me that if we're doing gifts or whatever, that we do that first. We do the gifts. All the kids love opening up whatever it is that they have under the tree. Yes, I still put stuff under the tree. That's important to me. And I mean, even my son being 20 years old, they still like a surprise. They like opening something up. Like, it's just fun to sit and drink coffee in the morning and get everybody up and everybody's happy and excited, and to just open something. And we're laughing, making jokes, of course. Everybody's in funny pajamas and things like that. But the important thing is that we're all together.
Right.
And so when it's usually, Chris, like the last gift, and it's happy birthday. When everybody's open. So we know it's Christmas, but it's his birthday month. It's his birthday, right along with Jesus. Nobody tries to outdo, Jesus' birthday or anything like that. But yeah, it's his birthday all day too.
Man, everyone I know that has a birthday in December, from like the 11th on to Christmas Day, I always felt they got shorted on their birthday. Like, they always felt like they got the short end of the stick. Grown up.
Birthday's in January. It's 2 weeks from weeks. It's 2 weeks after Christmas. And so, it's always, well, you get XYZ for Christmas, and then what are you gonna push over to birthday? So, we running things together here. we running some things together. It's like, your birthday's in 2 weeks, so what do you want for your birthday? And yes, it's some things that you said, hey, I'm gonna get for Christmas. It's like Marlon said, man, you ain't out here trying to go broke buying gifts, and then you can't pay your bills the week after. When you got something due the next, you can't pay your bills and things like that. So it's like, okay, well, what do you want for Christmas and what do you want for your birthday? And we're gonna do a split off here.
No, shout out
under the tree or clear this birthday.
No, it's exciting times. And after we play a short video, I'm gonna go back to Pastor Chris, because I wanted Pastor Cunningham to come on because I hate to say this. He's one of the few pastors that openly I hear express his love for Christmas. Like there's some holy rollers out here, I'm telling you, who don't even want to mention it, even though they don't want to talk about how they're celebrating. We're gonna come back from a message from White Shoe Baptist Church, and we'll be right back.
The word today is simple, but it's strong. Scripture says, wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as unto the Lord. And here at White Shoe Baptist, we carry that reminder right on our feet.
Praise God. White Shoe Baptist Church is in the house. White Shoe Baptist.
Marlon, you are ashamed of yourself.
Well, we carrying the message right on our feet. That might be on our t-shirt slogan.
That's the slogan, Lamont. That's the slogan.
We carry our message right on our feet.
And our message is pure, like white shoes, Lamont.
White shoes. Look at God.
Moving right along, I see Miss Ratchford is thanking you.
Oh, well, let's see.
Opening your doors. That's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. I think now my mom, I gotta address my mom. Like, no, I do feel as I've gotten older, my parents did all the cooking and hosting that they need to do.
Respect.
We got they got 3 grown kids and grandkids. Like, we need to carry the load. Now, not telling my mom don't cook this is too much. That ain't even happening. But I think they raised us right, and we should open our doors and celebrate them in part of this season. That's just my logic of I say being raised right. Like, their time is past. They don't need to be worried about cleaning up and getting stuff organized. No, it's our turn, and I think that's the way it should go. Pastor Chris, do you agree with that?
I totally agree. My mom is deceased, but my aunt that started the tradition with our family, she's 78. And then I have another aunt that's 80. My wife's mother and aunts, they're up in mid 70s to 80s. So yeah, for them to have to be cleaning up and preparing the house and cooking all that food, I think it's time for this generation to do something. And I feel sorry for families that where children our age and our generation don't see the need to pour back into those who steered us up into this point. I think it's a sad case when your parents can't come to your house and get a good meal without them having to pay for it.
Man, I like that. Pastor Chris, I was going. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was in agreement with y'all on the cooking and taking charge, and then you said something about some cleaning up, and I was like, well, I'm looking around. I'll do all the cooking, bring the food, and I even be a clown and make people laugh and everything. And then she talk about some come on, my sister Tater, come on and clean up. I'd be like, oh, I'm so tired. Yeah, I be leaving that to my older sister. Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, you carry that load right there by yourself.
Pastor Chris, why do you think so many and I use the word holy rollers loosely, but so many pastors are afraid to speak their love of Christmas? Like, have we gotten to that point in a religious body that we can't speak our love for a day?
Do we want to have an honest conversation, or we just kind of want to have a spiritual conversation?
Always honest, sir.
So I've been pastoring for almost 18 years. And it is a true state. It is a true thing. It is a true thing that givings goes down in December.
Yeah.
Givings, now I'm not talking about those who are tithers or honest tithers, supporters, but those offerings, those extra offerings, they decrease. And I think, if we, celebrate or speak of Christmas too much or highlight it too much, as pastors, we may be afraid that people are not going to continue to support or give during that month. We want our books to look good by the end of December. You don't want to go into the hole. You don't want to look like you're in a negative, or you didn't make a good positive or plus throughout the year. And I think, that's the only thing that I can think of outside of, as we've already said, just us not knowing when Jesus was actually born, nor do we know when he died, but we know that it happened. But other than that, we don't have any logical excuse not to highlight our love. I will continue to show forth my love for Christmas. Today we had at our church Jesus Fest. We had Jesus Fest, dress your best. They came in there shimmering and they're glimmering. We had a photo booth set up outside of the sanctuary. People took photos with their families, because we believe in highlighting Christmas and putting Christ back in it. I don't believe that you can change nothing from the outside. If Christ has really left Christmas and become so commercialized, then why isn't the church taking a rightful place and saying, okay, this is where Christmas stems from, the birth of Christ. And if we isolate ourselves from that thought, then we're not going to win this battle. So yes, we celebrate Merry Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ, and we celebrate it to the highest.
No, and I think the context is right. Like when I hear church people saying, "Oh, that's pagan," like, well, you're also making it pagan. Like, put Christ back in it. That is the birth of your Lord and Savior. I think that changes and shifts the atmosphere from the church. But I don't hear churches with that message. I hear more of other things. Marlon, is that correct? And Pastor Cunningham is right. We all know tithes and offerings are going to go down in December. Like, that's a tough month. Santa Claus got your money. The Christmas lights got your money. So it's a tough
End
month
of the
for a
year
lot.
taxes got your money.
Yes. Marlon, what are your thoughts when we come to why churches don't stand up more for the Christ part of Christmas that they're professing?
I mean, I think it's a slippery slope, right? I think, some people don't want to step on toes. Some people look at this season like totally different. So, and not saying, Pastor Cunningham, focuses on numbers because I don't know Pastor Cunningham like that, but I know a lot of times with other pastors, you step on toes, you may lose some people, right? And the purpose is to build congregation. So, you remember back in the day, pastor be like, I'm gonna step on some toes today and I don't care, whatever. You don't really, I ain't heard that in a while, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of stuff now is kind of mainstream, Lamont. So I would say, man, as far as them kind of staying away from that, I think it may be hey, I want to kind of stay middle ground here. I think like Pastor Cunningham stated as well, the tide go down, because you, again, like I spoke on earlier, you got people that's spending above their means, right? I hear in the malls, and like, now it's so convenient online, right? You don't even have to jump in them lines for Black Friday like we used to do back in the day, right?
I missed that.
And then you like, how many TVs black folk need to get? I mean, these TVs go out every month. But you got all of this sacrifice money, man, and it's just surprising to me the amount of money that we would spend on frivolous stuff that's going to depreciate as soon as we carry it out the door versus us spending money towards the tithe to help out our local churches and things like that, to go towards other needs that the community may have. Look how people acted over the Jordans, Lamont, that just came out, right? Sold out quick, no problem, right? But people lined up for them online, getting the tickets and stuff like that. But we will never see something like that at a church.
No, that was a Bible giveaway by the original author. I don't think folks will be lining it up like that.
Man,
Tia, why do we think the church is afraid to put the Christ in the Christmas?
I don't think it's afraid, right? I think that they're trying to adapt to what they think is now the new norm. Everybody's trying to be woke on what people want, what people expect. And so they're trying to adapt to what they think people want. And some people don't want to hear the story anymore. Oh, we hear this every Christmas. And so they're trying to adapt to that. But I think you got to keep pushing what it really is. We're celebrating Christmas because it's Jesus' birthday. Whether it's the 25th, the 28th, the 15th, or the 1st, the fact that he was born is what we are celebrating. And I think we still have to put that out there, and we still have to push that. Conforming to the norm of, well, some people just don't want to hear that, so I'm going to talk about some different things. I think it is what Jimmy Dixon is saying. We're compromising what we believe. We want to celebrate all things that have to do with Christmas that don't have anything to do with Jesus. We want to do all the gift giving. We want to do all the going to people's houses, playing the games, drinking the eggnog. We want to do all the celebration type things, the symbolic things, except what Christmas is really about in the symbolism, and that is Jesus Christ's birth.
No, I think a part of the problem, Christians be making up stuff. People be coming up with stuff like this tree means this from Christ. This means no, that stuff don't mean that. These lights mean the lights from the stars that were like. No, that's not. Maybe I'm wrong. And Pastor Cunningham, you can correct me. Am I wrong? Like, because Christians be out here making up stuff. Candy canes, the red is for the blood, the white. No, that's not it. Like, stop making up stuff. Just enjoy things for what they are. Pastor Cunningham, am I right?
I ain't never tasted no sweet blood. I'm just.
But I know you've heard that about candy canes, right? The red symbolize. It does not.
No.
Yeah. And I really don't entertain it a lot, Lamont, to be honest. Because whether it's a real tree or a fake tree, I'm going to put it up in my house. I'm going to have lights on. I mean, my wife likes. We have 3+ trees in our house right now. So if anybody ride past and they're wondering whether or not we're Christians, they're going to be offended by our expression. I have decorations all up my staircase and everywhere in my house. It's Christmas. And I believe, as we've said, it's your choice. It's not going to send me to hell, nor is it going to limit my relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ of my expression. Because if I go out here, if I was one of those pastors that believe that you ought to have the prosperity and I was riding around in a Bentley, what's the difference? It's your choice. I'm not going to condemn you because of how you spend your money, how you celebrate you or how you celebrate your family. But yeah, we make it difficult. We've made it difficult in the church. We've made it difficult for people who are trying to get a relationship or get an understanding of who God is. And I don't believe God cares one way or the other. If we celebrate, even I'm just going to go back to Halloween. If we celebrate Halloween, if you want to take your children trick-or-treating, that's your business. Like, it's less traffic in your own lane.
Thanks.
Marlon, see, Pastor Cunningham brought something else up. Churches, you can't be saying you don't celebrate Halloween because it's a devil night, and then you got trunk or treats, you got fall festivals. Like, it's the same thing. Am I off base, Marlon? Christians, I'm telling you, we're making this hard on ourselves.
You're definitely not off base coming from a kid that was brought up with Halloween happening at the church. I mean, to the point where they had their own holy haunted house, right? So, and I remember us going to one where it was a really big one that a church sponsored, and it would actually show you the difference between heaven and hell and stuff like that. So, yeah, and scared one of my sons straight, to be honest with you. But yeah, I agree, man. It's like either you support it or you don't, because I know some people, even family members now, man, that'll say, we're not celebrating the holiday, but they sure will still take the gifts. I'm like, either you celebrating it or you not, right? Like we say, you can't be lukewarm, right? Now, if you say that, stand 10 toes down and don't take nothing if you're saying that you don't celebrate the holiday. But I know a lot of people that are very lukewarm on that. They'll say one thing, but then they still accept things that are associated with the holiday. So I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah, Tia, like folks who talking about it's a pagan day. Why are they taking that day off from work? Why you should be like, nah, I'm gonna come on in because
that you don't want these holidays that the job giving off. There's several people.
Right.
Think about Easter. think about Easter. You either have Good Friday off or you have that Monday off. You say that people that don't believe in Jesus at all, and you don't believe that he rose. I bet, and I'm not attacking anyone. Jehovah's Witness take those holidays from work. They're taking Good Friday off. They're on vacation Good Friday or that Monday if it rolls into a spring break. They are doing these things. So if you truly don't believe, then truly accept all the things against it. Tell your job you don't want them holidays. Tell them people you don't want them gifts. You don't want them free coupons for that free turkey and that free ham. You don't want any of the things that are associated with it. So it's back to what I was saying earlier. Stop accepting all the benefits of the holiday or all the things that go along with being Christian and loving Jesus Christ, but then don't want to celebrate the man himself. Stop taking all the benefits. It's like I want to take all the benefits for my job, but I don't want to go to work.
Well, let me say this, and I'm speaking to American Christians. We might not be as Christian as we think we are. Like in Europe, they celebrate a lot more religious holiday. They celebrate Ascension Day, and they go to churches on Ascension Day. And, the day that Christ rose for the most Americans can't tell you when Ascension Day actually is, but you do the timing from the resurrection, it'll give you Ascension Day or the Pentecost. Like those are federally protected days in Europe. So I think sometimes we think we got this thing cornered on how our religion is, and someone is doing it a lot different and probably more traditionally than you can even think about. We just be saying stuff. So
Mom,
Christian,
we do the same thing with Halloween.
oh,
Most
boy.
people don't even know what Halloween is. They don't even know what it is. It's a celebration of the dead. It has nothing to do with all the horror movies out there. Man turned that into a horror day about being dead, about killing people and making people dead. It is a celebration of saints that's in remembrance of the people that have died, of the dead.
Let me add to that. It's also to celebrate the harvest and thanking their ancestors for the harvest. But I'm saying, like, if we want to get deep into this, we also need to equally peel the onions back on the Christmas tree, the Christmas lights, those things.
Yes, Santa Claus and the suit that he wears, that it came from Coca-Cola and all that whole picture that you see. It was a marketing ploy.
But I think we're mature enough, if we want to be that precise, to have these conversations and still celebrate Christmas. Like, it's okay. Oh, Pastor Cunningham, are we that woke?
I think we're that deep. I think we're that deep, and we hear so many stories and so many. Our communities are so diverse. Our communities are so diverse, and if we get in conversations with people within our community, everyone has a different way of doing things, and we don't stick to what makes us feel good or makes us feel okay. And you have to be at peace with whatever you do. I went through a season where I didn't give out no candy, didn't do anything for Halloween, and I wouldn't allow my children to go trick or treat. And my wife would go and take them trick or treating.
You gotta put your foot down, Pastor.
Yeah, she would take them trick or treating, and it's just been within the past 3 or 4 years that I would put candy out on the front porch and let children come by. So I think we're just too deep, and we don't know what we want in life, and we're thinking that if we change how we do things, then we'll get a different result. But I always look at the fruit of the person that's telling me, like, is your life any different? Is it any better? Is it more pleasurable? Is it more at peace? Because you have to work hard not doing something that you really want to do, but because you're trying to prove a point that really isn't valid, you have to work hard at not celebrating Christmas, like to just totally isolate yourself from family and friends, loved ones, and the community. You have to work hard at doing that to not celebrate Christmas.
That is right. I am thinking about the effort it takes not to celebrate Christmas, man. You can't turn on the radio. You can't go into any store. Like we've gotten to the point now where Christmas decorations are up the day after Halloween. Like you would have to avoid every TV commercial. Like I still like a good Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I mean, I still like that. And I'm gonna ask this question, Marlon, and give everybody else a chance to think about it. What is your favorite Christmas movie?
Favorite Christmas movie? I would probably say what's the one where little white boy got his tongue stuck on the pole?
Oh, I just watched the part 2 during COVID. They made a part 2 to that.
The Christmas Story. I don't know
Christmas Story. Yeah, Christmas Story.
Yeah, that was one of my classics. And also, I would say right up there, I was a really huge Charlie Brown fan. So anything at Christmas with Charlie Brown, I think it's a great Christmas Charlie Brown or something like that. I remember coming up with my grandmother, man, and literally, Lamont, when I was younger, if Charlie Brown would go off, I would literally cry and beg my grandma to try I was like, can you bring Charlie Brown back? That's how much I love those cartoons.
Tia,
those are two of my favorite.
Tia, favorite Christmas movies?
To be honest, I don't really have one. I don't have a favorite Christmas movie. I know when I was living at home, me and my mom and dad love to watch Jesus of Nazareth. Even to this day. My dad, he'd be like, "You seen Jesus of Nazareth?" And I'm like, "No, I ain't seen it." And we look for it, but that's just something that we always watch at Easter, at Christmas. But I really don't have a favorite. As an adult, I tell you anything Hallmark related is gonna be my favorite for Christmas. So anything Hallmark Christmas,
folks, cheesy Lifetime movie.
Oh, not Lifetime, Hallmark.
Hallmark.
Oh yeah, I got a subscription to the Hallmark channel, like Hallmark movies. Like I'm Hallmark all years, Christmas in July. Those Christmas movies are just that anything like that Tia loves. I'm all over it. I'll sit there all day. Movie after movie.
And before I go to Pastor Cunningham, Jimmy, I would say you're right. We can't compromise our faith. And we can't let other people tell us what they think we're doing to compromise our faith. Like, I bet you the 4 people of us right now on, we probably all believe that Jesus was born, he died and rose on the 3rd day. And without him, we won't get into heaven, right? We probably can agree on those basic facts. But if we start picking through small details, I guarantee you we might all have a different point of view. For instance, 1 Timothy 2:12, a woman can't teach, preach, or have authority over man. I bet you that turns half the people off. Pastor Chris, your favorite Christmas movie or theme show?
Die Hard 1.
Now that's controversial.
Wow.
That's controversial.
Wow.
Just because Rambo must be a Christmas movie also then. First Blood, because it had a Christmas tree in the background.
That's classic.
That
Die
is a
Hard
classic.
is on Christmas Day.
Yeah, and I watch it every year.
But is it really a Christmas movie?
It is.
Well, it's my
everything
Christmas
that happens
movie.
is
It's
on
like
Christmas.
it's my Christmas movie.
Watch
Yeah,
a bunch of
everything
killing.
that happens is on Christmas in Die Hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
realize
my Christmas movie. But I love a good Hallmark movie, though. They have the best. But somebody was also telling me good movie Christmas movies are on Tubi this year too.
Yeah.
Krampus?
So that is my favorite. And for people, it's an M. I'm sorry. Krampus. That is my favorite Christmas movie. I've probably watched it 10 or 15 times over the last 60 days.
Who stars in it?
Just watched it the other day. It's a horror movie.
It's a horror Christmas movie.
What?
So it ain't for everybody.
So it's the opposite of Santa Claus.
Yes. I'm telling you, it's fun. It got funny parts in it. It's an enjoyable movie. Marlon, don't knock this till you try it. I'm telling you, it is a great movie. It is funny. and it's a horror movie at the same time.
I notice now around Christmas, I see the Grinch more than I see Santa Claus.
Oh man. Well, let me say this. So last year, I think the Grinch movie came out, and I know what something came out this year. Well, Krispy Kreme had Grinch donuts for 2 days only, and that was the best decision I made in my life to go and get them. And I know mentally they was just green, so the donuts, regular donuts, were green.
Right.
For whatever reason, I keep thinking those donuts taste better than the regular donuts, and I'm like, won't Krispy Kreme bring these Grinch Krispy Kreme donuts back? And I've been waiting all season. I ain't saw nothing. So shout out to Krispy Kreme for your Grinch style donuts.
One of my
I
trees.
didn't know I sparked that, but
That did spark that.
Yeah, one of the trees in the house is a Whoville themed tree.
Oh,
yeah, Grinch is huge. I mean, you know, McDonald's got the little Grinch meal and all type of stuff. So
Listen, y'all sound like y'all aging yourselves. The Grinch, Charlie Brown,
It's a nice theme to have.
Die Hard. Krampus is about 10 years old. For the people who haven't saw it, it is great though. I'm telling you, it's great.
Bruce Willis made some good movies though. Off the topic of Chris and Die Hard.
Yeah, Rambo.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, Rambo. First Blood was a Christmas themed movie. It had a little Christmas tree in the back. I'm telling you.
I didn't say that. I said Die Hard.
I'm gonna ask everyone before we do our wrap up. One last question. What defines a good Christmas for you? And I'll start with you, Pastor Cunningham. And maybe it's not just that day or this season. What defines a good Christmas season for you?
So mine is kind of twofold. It's kind of sad, but yet a reminder of why we do what we do around this holiday, around this season. So back in Christmas of 21, we were having Christmas dinner at my sister-in-law house, and my wife's older brother, he was probably about 50, 51. And it was a really unusual type of Christmas. We ate and we sat around and played games, something we had never done before. We sat around and played Uno cards and all this type of things, and we had never done that with her family before and her siblings. And we all went home, and then this was the 25th of December 21, and by January 5th, he had passed away, and we had not seen him since the 25th. But I believe that whole day was ordained by God for us to spend an unusual time together, because again, I've been married for almost 28 years, never sat around and played cards and games and everything like that. And so my memory, or what I think is a good Christmas day, is always making sure that regardless of what strife or conflict has occurred throughout the year, throughout family, that you set aside time to spend some healthy time. Because again, we've all said it, you don't know what's coming up next, and we don't want to live life with regrets, and live like, oh, I should have spent more time, or I should have done this, or I should have done that, or I should have been obedient to the Spirit of God when it was telling me to spend more time with my family. So I believe that is the gist or the health of Christmas, and we've got to continue that and make sure that regardless of what anybody say about whether it's a pagan holiday or whether they don't celebrate it, we know why we celebrate it, and we stick with that.
Tia, what makes a great holiday season for you and your family?
I think one of the biggest things for me and my family is, I know my kids ask me all the time, what do you want for Christmas? They do the same thing for my birthday. All I want is time. Spend time with them. As long as we can be together, spend time with each other, I can love on them, hug on them, and at my age now, most important thing to me is seeing my mom and dad happy when we are all together on Christmas Eve, or anytime we're all together like that. Man, my dad has a smile on his face, and my mom from ear to ear. Like if it could wrap all the way around your head, like just seeing them be so happy that we're all together and we're laughing, we're having fun, and we're enjoying each other. They're enjoying their grandkids, and just, you know what I mean? Like it's so important now. I guess when I was younger, I didn't get it, but I get it now that I have kids of my own, how important it is, that togetherness, to be together. Um, Loving on my parents more now, more than anything, when we're all together and we're there Christmas Eve and seeing them laugh and smile. Like my mom and dad are in the games now. Like we play bingo, we have gag gifts and things like that. Like just seeing them so happy. It makes me and my brother and sister so happy. Like it makes us happy. The grandkids are happy. Everybody's smiling. It's just the togetherness of being. It's just being together, man.
No, and all of us now have kids that are older. Even for my own son who moved out. So it's been an interesting year. You know, he moved out early this year after leaving Houston with a guy's trip, and all of a sudden told me the next day, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my own place. I said, whatever happened to Houston, it must have been amazing. Because the next day, he's talking about he moving out. Like, man. Um, but now having it like every
Oh,
I think we lost Lamont.
yeah.
Maybe he'll dip back in, but I guess I was the next up to go.
Yeah,
So
you were next up. So go ahead, Marlon.
yeah, so as far as this question, as far as what's really important, what's a good Christmas for me, I have to piggyback on you all too. Definitely, family, fellowship. Of course, the food is going to be there, right? The gifts are going to be there, but it's like you and Tia stated, Pastor, just being able to be together. Even like we did at Thanksgiving, we drove to Atlanta, was with family. And after everybody ate, man, they played games, they played charades, little grandkids running around the house, everybody smiling, laughing, went around the room, and some people's very vulnerable and transparent as far as what they were thankful for, what they've been through for the year. They were thanking other family members for being there for them and just continuously, just fellowshipping as a family. So it was just so fun to just sit back and see that. And again, priceless memories. Yeah, the gifts are good, right? People like to get gifts. I get that. People love to give. Parents like to see the smiles on their children's faces, on their kids' faces, on their husbands' wives' faces, right? Whatever you actually getting them, if you're getting anything. But those memories, again, man, those gifts will fade. You know what I'm saying? Those gifts can tear up. Those gifts can be lost. Those gifts can be stuck in the garage, but they can't take this. Even me reminiscing about Thanksgiving and even prior Christmases, things like that are going to be here forever. And those are priceless, just like taking trips, right? As a family, cruises, vacations, whatever, man, those memories are priceless. Take those pictures, get those memories, fellowship. Don't have people at the dinner table, everybody with their heads stuck in their phones looking like zombies. Put them phones down. Let's talk, right?
Right.
So, let's fellowship, let's congregate, let's make sure we get together as a family. So I definitely agree with both of you as far as that's very important to me.
And it looks like Lamont said his system went down, so he probably won't be back on. So we'll just do our wrap up tonight. But thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you for your comments on your songs. And I know we were going to get the White Shoe Baptist commercial again before the night was out. So
yeah.
It's sad and unfortunate that we can't get that back up and going. But Marlon, Pastor Chris, do you have any final thoughts as we go into the week of Christmas? I know for me, it's just everyone be safe out there. There's so many people out. That's why I've been trying to do online shopping and just love on each other. There's a lot of family members going through things right now. A lot of people are sick. I know I have friends that have lost children, over the few years. And holiday grieving is something that is real. It is real. So we're talking about good times and celebrating and being around people that we love and smiling. Not everyone can have that right now.
Right.
They are grieving, they're sad, their hearts are aching and hurting for loved ones, moms, dads, sisters, brothers, children. So keep that in mind as we celebrate Christmas, but as we get together as a family, just think, in the back of your mind, not every family can have that right now. Not every family is being happy right now. And it's tough. It's tough out there.
Yeah. And it's funny you mentioned that, Tia. Even at Thanksgiving, we had some people that weren't there that was from the prior Thanksgiving, right? We lost some people over the year, and in particular, very young individual who was 24 years old. His mom was there, and it kind of went around. We talked about that, and how people have been there for her, and there's no time frame for grief, right? So it was happy and sad. Sad to not still have that individual, but happy to still have that support system that you continuously need as a family to support you through that. But I'll say in my final thought, like you said, Tia, and I know it's cliche, the reason for the season, right? It's not about the commercialism. It's not about putting yourself in debt, not being able to pay your rent, the first of the year. It's truly about that fellowship with your family. Love on them. If you can, I know it's easier said than done, but if you're not speaking to certain people, pray on that. Try to work it out. I'm not saying you have to do it at the home, at that particular time, but call that individual up and say, hey, I want to talk, because the worst thing you can have, right, is something that happened to that individual and you're at their funeral saying, I wish I had, right? You don't want to be in that situation, and as families, I see it. We fall out over so many small things, right? That could have been just a tweak in communication. So I just ask the audience that's watching tonight too, if that is you, step up, call that individual, talk to them, get your piece from it, right? I'm not saying that you can guarantee that they're going to just be all happy and hunky dory, but get your piece from that situation, give it to God, and move forward. But again, family is everything.
That's right, Pastor Christy.
I would say, I think those of us that's on the panel tonight, we're planning to celebrate on, the week, not just on Thursday, but then, or even those that may be challenged. Welcome back, Lamont. We're taking over your show.
Good.
It says you got that Chester internet, Lamont.
They ain't no but hate.
I think those that are challenged by celebrating Christmas, those that have made up in their mind that they don't want to celebrate Christmas, they're not going to partake in the Christmas. There is something special you can do. Reach out to somebody that that have lost a loved one. We have to do something just to let people know that we care. There are people dealing with depression, people that are dealing with anxiety. You may not want to get around family, you may not want to celebrate Christmas, but you can do something as far as checking on somebody, checking in with somebody, checking on your strong friends, just to make sure that they know that they are thought of during this holiday season. And that's my challenge to the audience.
Mont, we were doing final thoughts.
So sorry about that, everyone. Of course, my computer updated, and I never looked at the time when it was going to update, and it updated during the show. So it shut the whole thing down. I apologize. I'll be quick because I'm still glitching a little bit. Want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends. Thank everyone for supporting, watching Higher Definition Radio. Thank you for following the different ministries that have come on this year. Thank you for praying. This has been a rough year for the Higher Definition family. As individually, all of us have went through some tough situations at times, and we've kept this going. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for the prayers and support. As some of our loved ones, extended families have went through things. And I just want everyone to enjoy their holidays. Do not let other people steal your joy during this season. Bring negativity to your life, bring negativity to your family. You just got to keep your peace in mind and don't let those things happen. Because, man, people will try to steal your joy. And sometimes they're not doing it maliciously. They're just doing it. So, again, I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you for the ministries that support us. I hope everyone enjoys themselves. And then before we go out, and hopefully it works since I had the update. Just one last quick message from White Shoe
I knew it.
Baptist Church.
The Lord has put shoes on our feet and purpose in our steps. Can I get an amen? Amen. But every blessing needs a little upkeep. That's why this house, White Shoe Baptist, keeps the lights on and the soul strong through the shoe time.
The word today is simple, but it's strong. Scripture says, wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as unto the Lord. And here at White Shoe Baptist, we carry that reminder right on our feet.
Bless them. Y'all heard that at the end. They said, bless them. Again, shout out to Marlon Davis for his amazing work in the background. And with that, with happiness and cheer, have a blessed and prosperous, not only Christmas, but New Year's. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of the Higher Definition family.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Everybody, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.